Good morning, good afternoon, or perhaps good evening. My name is Emma Pauncefort and I am delighted to have had the opportunity to create and deliver this course in collaboration with the Commonwealth of Learning Vancouver and the Commonwealth Centre for Connected Learning, Malta. I come to this course with over 10 years' experience of working in various parts of the education sector, and now as the founder of the Critical Literacy Project, an initiative which is looking to connect critical thinking and literacy, and which sits under the aegis of my organisation Dilectae, an organisation looking to envision rather than version in education. So, how did I come to be standing here in front of you today? Well, I've always had a fascination with how we use and engage with language, how language can hold multiple layers of meaning, and how language is shaped by the context in which it features, how the interpretation of language can differ from one reader or listener to the next, dependent on the fixed ideas or knowledge each individual reader or listener might have. I've explored these areas of interest in relation to historical sources and contexts. The Critical Literacy Project, meanwhile, grew out of the need I identified to explore these areas in relation to contemporary sources and contexts, not least our online world, that arena which has given us access to masses of information, and indeed misinformation and disinformation, as I'll explore elsewhere. That online world which daily invites us to make our own contributions to the massive material we can already find online. In my concurrent lines of work, it became clear to me that many of us, both those who are long-time participants in the online world and those who have recently joined, are not really equipped to meaningfully and responsibly navigate this new context. This is a new context which has opened up the option for anyone, anywhere with an internet connection to create and disseminate content. It is a new context which has made it possible for us to access content relating to any topic we could possibly imagine. It became clear to me that above all, we should be empowering young people, many of whom already spend large swathes of their time online, and we should be equipping them with this skill. And that a key part of this mission really is to ensure that we as educators of the next generation the globe over, however we might define ourselves as educators, as teachers, lecturers, parents, mentors, tutors or otherwise, that we should have the right level of critical understanding of the online world, including the opportunities it provides for us to develop our practice as educators so that we can support young people. This is the firm foundation of the Digital Literacy Lab. Over a succession of modules, we will be taking a deep dive into foundational aspects of this 21st century literacy, which is digital literacy. We will be exploring what we might take digital literacy to mean, and we will be thinking about its relevance in both a global context and in our regional and local contexts. We will be thinking about what it means to be creators and consumers of online content. We will be interrogating the opportunities and challenges thrown our way by the development of our online world. We'll be thinking about what it means to be creators and consumers in general, but also, very particularly, what it means to be that type of creator and consumer, which is to be the teacher and the learner. Through a series of explainer videos and interviews with educators the world over, as well as media literacy experts, I will be helping you explore these areas. Within the context of digital literacy and netizenship, my aim is to provide you with the framework to reflect upon how you currently engage with digital media. And I'd really encourage you to use this framework to cast a fresh view on how you pair your online and offline activity. This investment in our own levels of digital literacy is essential if we are to go on to support the development of digital literacy in others. But first and foremost, in our current climate, this investment is essential if we are to ensure that the power of the online world is harnessed to enrich rather than threaten each and every one of us, as well as global society. This brings me to the concept of the lab. I have called this the Digital Literacy Lab for a good reason. Unlike the majority of learning material currently in offer, my aim here is not to provide you with so-called answers, but rather to open up a safe, supportive space for you to come together with me and others similarly looking to develop digital literacy skills in themselves and others. This safe, exploratory, supportive space, which is the Digital Literacy Lab, is conceived as just the start of what I imagine will be a lifelong journey, both for you and for me. It is my pleasure and delight to be kickstarting this adventure and helping you navigate its first twists and turns.